Pranksters! Where are we? The Coliseum! The Coliseum! What do we do? Execute! Are you not entertained? The Coliseum! Is this not why you're here? Execute!
My gosh. Oh, brother. First stream back in, and I pull a newbie, no sound, huh? Oh, man. Unbelievable, brother. What a noob. Can you guys hear me now? Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? You got it, Jagger? Oh, my goodness, guys. I can't believe it. First stream back, Jesse. Crypto Gain Hub. I was telling everybody I went on a little trophy fishing, man, up in Colorado. I was excited to get away. And God dang it, dude. What a noob, huh? Haven't streamed in a week and a half. Went to Colorado, catching these 18-inch bass. Ripping lips, our boy Razorback right there. Catching 18-inch bass and trout, man. And I get back to my first stream, and brother, I end up not having sound. But you know what? I'm glad that you guys can hear me now. Some of the best trading that I have, guys, is right after trips. Right after these trips, man, is some of the best trading ever. And the reason being is, guys, is you live inside of these charts, you live inside of day trading, you're doing this every single day, you're going to start creating a bias, right? You start listening to a lot of channels, a lot of news. You're going to start listening to how bullish or bearish it is, clarity, disparity. Oh, brother, it just doesn't end, right? And so a lot of these things can take a toll on your perception. And here's the thing, guys: is perception is not day trading. That is not day trading. Day trading is maintaining our strategy. all right, maintain within our structures. And again, in the Coliseum, our strategy is what? Is scalping. We scalp. We scalp these markets. We're in and out. We lock it in. It is undeniable, okay? You're not looking for these massive moves. We're in, we're out, we lock it in. That's the way we play, scalping. 2 is gonna be our structures. We play within these ranges, right? Throughout all of today, I took many scalps, and Bitcoin was just literally just playing inside of this range right in here. We were enjoying it here. I was able to get many different scalps up in here and here, because again, even though we were getting these little rejections, right? We were getting these little rejections. It's clear as day. That again, we stick to our structure and we scalp. Our strategy is scalping. Our structures are our ranges, right? And then we start going into the discipline and the education. All right. It really comes down to the discipline and education. Education is going to be what? Time in the chart, how to find your structures, how to understand the ranges that we scalp, the time frames that we scalp in, understanding trend lines, right? Understanding triangles and parallel channels and bull flags, bear flags. You can scalp. There's so many different ranges and ways to scalp, guys, that I just want to encourage everybody that if you're working your jobs and you're doing this and you have a little bit of time, jump into the charts. There's always a scalp. There's always another trade. And I really do. I have a heavy heart to let the cranksters know that I want every single one of you guys to be here going into the next bull cycle. And a couple of my OGs inside of the Coliseum, I told everybody about 2 years ago, wait till we get into the accumulation phase of the bear market, the accumulation phase of the bear market. And if we were to look at this, and I will explain to you what I mean, and we go here to, let's go to BTC USD, all right? And let's go to like an old school Bitstamp chart. And let's go out to like a 3-day or a weekly. I'm talking about bear market accumulation phases. These long, boring, all of this is what we're about to go through. Bitcoin is getting ready to find its bottom, and then we are literally getting ready to go into some amazing accumulation price action. All these fucking retards out there that think that Bitcoin's just gonna do this V-shaped recovery, right? Just this V-shaped recovery, we're off to fucking Valhalla, don't understand that we have 15 years of price action. We have 15 years of price action behind us. And every single cycle, we go through accumulation phases, serious accumulation phases, right? Before we go into parabola, okay? So I really do believe that Bitcoin, based off of time, 4-year cycle theory, we should be bottoming sometime Q4, if not Q1. So everybody needs to be prepared for that. But here's the thing, whether you're buying spot and you're trying to plan the perfect bottom, buying anything in the 50s, 60s, you'll be all right. Everybody's going to be just fine, just point blank. Now, if we go into day trading, swing trades, scalp trading, this is where things get really, really awesome, okay? This is where we are looking to dial in low leverage, decent side margin. And when I say low leverage, is because, again, when we go into this next run, low leverage so you can let trades breathe. You can enjoy some drawdown, some pumps, some drawdown and pumps. Okay, this is what we need to be looking for going in to this. And whether Bitcoin's bottom is going to be here, or I still am in the camp. I'm still firmly in the camp that Bitcoin is going into the 40s. I will happily be wrong. I mean, I day trade for a living. I'll happily adjust my bias. My bias right now is that we're down about 53% for Bitcoin, right? We're down about from all-time highs to our low, about 54%, 53, 54%. Typically in history, we're getting much bigger drawdowns than that, 77. I told myself that if this one was 77 here, we go back to the previous cycle before that. Oops, I'm sorry here. Let's pull this out. This last one here was 83. So 83, 84, 77. I'd be happy for somewhere in the higher 60s, which kind of just, 64 would put us down. My number was $41,000. That's my Bitcoin bottom, was right around $41,000, right into here, 41 G's. All right. Do we get there? Who knows? You know what I mean? Yeah, who knows? You know? And just real quick before I continue on, guys. Now, one thing about you guys see about the Coliseum TA, it is very simple. Let's not forget about this stream and what the point is about. Simple trading is the best trading. You don't have to listen to all the noise and all the narratives, brother. Ooh. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't gotta stick to your own bias, stick to your own education, stick to the strategy, stick to the structures, and don't deviate. The moment you start deviating, you start mixing things that shouldn't be in the formula, and you start losing money, and then you start chasing. Stick to the bias, okay? Stick to your own bias that, you know what? If Bitcoin's got 15 years behind it, if, you know, whether the bottom's in or not, if you're going to trade this thing, doesn't matter if we long it at 60, 65, 70, with the power of a little bit of leverage, with our structures and our strategy, you're going to make it up. It does not matter, okay? That's the blessing of the crypto exchanges that we're using. And real quick, before we do that, shout out to zoomex. Again, guys, shout out to zoomex. Make sure to get into the Coliseum. Lock in your VIP tier 2 fees. I understand that new beginning traders, whales, intermediate, slightly advanced, beginners, all right, get mauled by fees. I have been doing this for almost 2.5 years now, giving away VIP tier 2 fees. This is not a hey, come join the Coliseum, you get your first month free. Hey, come join this exchange, that exchange, this, you know, and I'm jumping around to 3, 4, 5 different exchanges and pulling my community around like a fucking, I don't do that. I have been with the same crypto exchange. I got to meet the owners of these exchanges out in Shanghai. And you know what? We have our own support team. They understand what I'm trying to build, which is a trading desk. They understand that I care for the Coliseum, I care for my traders, and I have been giving away VIP tier 2 access, reduced trading fees, improved scalping execution, all right? Priority treatment on zoomex. We have our very own support team. The Coliseum and the Cranksters can absolutely vouch for it. If we need anything, they hear us out, okay? That's the only way to get into the Telegram is by locking in your VIP tier 2 access. Also, I do run the Wells service. If you are doing anywhere between 50 to 100 million in perpetuals futures volume, reach out to me at VIP at Real CryptoCrank. I can offer you something that nobody else can. All right. So again, going back into simple trading, and we can look at Bitcoin right now. I'd be happy with somewhere between, you know, mid 60s, and I do believe that this is a big trapping period, right? This is our big trapping period. We should be going into our last final drawdown. Whether the bottom's in now, or do I think that we're going to end up sweeping this? Here's the thing, guys. You know, when we ended up seeing this big pump from November, right? This big pump here from November 6th, the election, we ripped. We absolutely ripped. Well, many of the cranksters know that I was talking about these 85ers right in here, these 85ers for a very long time. Everybody laughed at me and said, oh, Crank, we're never coming back down to 85. Bitcoin's going to 250. The new bottom's going to be 100K. And I said, oh, yeah, I just don't think so, buddy. I know the power of leverage. I know how crypto traders work. A lot of the, other than your spot ETFs, the only way that this price action moves, other than spot ETFs and spot purchases, is futures trading, perpetuals, leverage, brother. Ooh. All right, leverage. And I was saying for a very long time that these guys are going to get crushed, right? We came back up. Oh, Crank, it's not going to happen. We got close down to 81, and then we popped again, and look at what ended up happening. We ate them all up. We crushed them all. Well, if we were to look at these charts right now, who are the only people out of this cycle that have not been crushed? And again, it's between $54,000 and $49,000. This is a massive, massive, massive level just to dip into here, and then we can take off. Now, not only is this just a very important level here between 54 and 57, again, I know a lot of you guys have been hearing it from a bunch of different channels, but here's the thing, is that we've been talking about this since way over 100K, We have been talking about these levels for over 100K, back to back to back, saying, guys, I've been on Discover Crypto. I've been on many other channels just explaining that, you know what, you need this fuel. You need this juice, man. Retail's not here, all right? Institutions want Bitcoin on the cheap, right? So here's the thing. Not only do we have just the confluence here of, you know, of just closing out all of these positions, stop hunting them out, liquidity hunting, but it's also a massive level on the macro that if we were to pull a Fibonacci level and we went from, hold on, TradingView's not working real quick. While we're waiting for this, let's wait here. Mad Love, what's up, True Blue? Mad Love Crank, brother. Ooh. Mad Love Crank. Let's see here. Nihilist. Drum and bass. Here we go. Laurent Fontaine. Got our boy Jesse here. We got Adam. Let's see here. We got our boy Razorback. We got everybody here, man. It's good to see. We have almost 100 people in here, man. And it's I've been gone. I am going to really be ramping up the streams. I'm going to be ramping up the streams, guys. I'm going to be streaming in the morning. I'm going to be streaming in the evening, doing our Scalp N CHills. This is game time. And, you know, let's just go ahead and show you guys some of the trades that we've been rocking. I'm inside of a quick short right now. I fired off a quick short, but here's all of the trades that I've been taking real quick here. This is in the last day and a half. Here we go. We fired off a couple of trades here, guys. Quick 16.7, 12,553, 15K. Some pretty big scalps, guys, over the last 2 days. Also, if we were to look at the my other account here, much smaller account that we've been taking. Let's go over here. And we've been on a nice little hot streak, guys. Nice little hot streak over the last couple days. About another $12,000 here inside of these trades. About another 12 G's on these scalps here, guys. But it's all from simple trading, and we got to get back. I got to stay focused on this because I really want everybody to understand that simple trading is the best trading. And I'm starting off on the long time frames here to understand that stop thinking about Bitcoin bottoming out. Stop thinking about Bitcoin unless you're just going to do spot buys. Keep it very simple. Keep it simple, okay? Keep it fucking simple. Stop getting all the narratives and the spaces and the channels. If you guys understand that you're looking at if you guys understand that Bitcoin at least has a 1 to 2, you know, a 1 to 2x from here, that's pretty good money in the real world in a pretty short period of time, right? It's a pretty short period of time, right? 18 months, pretty short period of time. And so don't overthink this. And this is what I mean by just simple trading. Simple trading on the macro time frame is that Bitcoin typically does 83 to 84%, 77%. We go into the next one here. We're currently sitting at 53. I don't buy it. I'm telling you. 66, 64, 61, something in here. Simple trading, and that's just off of what? 4, 8, 12 fucking years. Don't get it twisted, all right? Don't get it twisted. Don't get it all sloppy either, man. Just, all right? So the other thing, too, now, when we go into like a more local time frame, the way we scalp, all right? We go into like a 1 hour, and we could say that obviously Bitcoin right now, if we were just look at this simple price action right here, actually let's start off at a 4 hour. We go to a 4 hour. Bitcoin clearly has an easy uptrend right in here. Remember, here's the thing also. When I say simple trading, you do not need to overanalyze. Do not overanalyze your trend lines. More touches, the better. They don't need to be perfect. I see a lot of traders out there, man, and I don't know if they're actually making money or what the fuck they're doing. But you know what? You guys know in the Coliseum, our trend lines are not perfect, but they work. They work, okay? We can clearly see multiple touches here. We go over to the upside, multiple touches here, all right? Multiple touches. So this has actually been a beautiful range to trade Bitcoin, a beautiful range to trade Bitcoin. So on the 4 hour, it's very easy to see that every single time that we touch the bottom of this, right? Every single time, bounce, 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 bounce. Here we are again. Okay? Very, very, very simple to understand simple trading. We have supports and resistances. Very, very, very easy to understand. Now, that's on a 4-hour, right? This is in the scalping world. In the scalping world, this would be like a macro time frame to us. Now, everyone might be laughing because they're going to say, oh, Crank's talking macro. My macro and our longs and our shorts in the Coliseum are different than everybody else's. We are not looking for a massive move. We're looking for our bounce off of these trend lines. We get your daily bread. Y'all are working your fucking asses off. You're putting the money on the exchange. You're putting it at risk. You guys want to be profitable, right? That means that you guys need to get your little daily bread, little piece, lock it in, and you guys can eventually start seeing your accounts grow. All right? Stop overthinking this, because a lot of the times, especially in swing trades, new traders are not used to drawdown. They're not used to drawdown. They're not, what is drawdown? Meaning you take the entry at the support and it starts going into the negative. You start getting scared. You're not taught this. You don't psychologically know what the hell you're doing. But in the scalping world, we're always going to end up getting the initial bounce. Boom, lock it in. You're not looking for all of this. Boom, lock it in. And all of those trades that I just showed you guys, boom, lock it in. We're looking for this move here, this move here, this move here, not this big pump, okay? That's the art of scalping, guys. Understanding that we are looking for micro moves, locking it in. We did this challenge. It took about 12 months. It's all been documented, right? All on YouTube. We went from $30,000 to $1 million in 12 months using this strategy. Locking it in. And you know what's crazy, man, is some people say, oh, Crank, you probably should have held it a little longer. Well, I don't think that way, man. I hate round trip. Let me ask you something, guys. Do y'all hate round tripping trades? Not being able to get through mentally through drawdown, getting in and out and just, oh, brother, oh, it's tanking. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. Oh, fuck, it ain't coming back. I should have closed. Oh, it's so, oh my goodness, it's back to break even. I should probably close it. Oh, shit, we're in profit. Guys, inside of the Coliseum, we don't do this. We don't have a big, large chain of reactions. All right? We have two options. One, in the scalping world, right? We take our initial bounce. There's going to be an outcome. There is going to be an outcome in scalping. We don't know what it is, but we take the trades at the support and resistances. Break of structure, we get out. It's very, very simple. We don't go through these emotions. Now, the other thing, too, is because we also understand that we scalp on the 20-minute, the 1-minute, the 5-minute, after we lock it in, the urge to just that urge to just say, oh, I could have got a little bit more. I could have got a little bit more. As you guys go through this journey with your accounts, you guys are going to understand patience. You're going to be getting in. You're going to be getting out. You're going to be locking it in. You're going to say, oh, shoot, I'm going to understand I shouldn't be taking a trade. And then watch these things roll over in the wrong direction. Watch you, I promise you guys, and this is a promise, all right? This is a fucking promise here. This is a promise, all right? You guys start locking it in and walking away. Give yourself 30 to 60 days of doing this, and you guys are going to see your accounts actually grow. Not from over trading, not from hoping that you got more, not from getting out too early or getting out too late. You guys are going to understand, and you're going to start waking up every day, start hitting your phones, and you're going to start saying, oh, shit, look, I'm going to refresh it, and you guys are in the green. In the green. All right, guys? So, again, let's get right back into it. Let's jump right and continue into the charts here. So, we do have our strategy, which is scalping. I've preached it. Simple, simple, simple. Simple trading is the best trading. Now we're going over into our structures. Simple structures are the best structures. You don't need 1,000 fucking indicators. You don't need all these things. You don't need all this craziness. Support and resistance is very, very firm trading. It's very simple trading. It is very tried and true trading, right? Very, very tried and true trading. So we go to a 4-hour. We can clearly see that, that we have a clear structure. Now, we get down into the 1 hour. Absolutely the same thing. As we're coming down and Bitcoin starts dumping, we're inside of the 1 hour. We can say, oh, where should Bitcoin start getting a bounce? Well, We look at that on the daily and we can clearly see that, you know, hey, it's probably going to bounce somewhere around here. On today's trade, on the $16,000 trade that I made on this bounce right here, what I ended up doing, just to keep it really simple, guys, I even said this inside of the Wolf Spaces, right? Let me go back to the 4 hour and look at this. This was crazy. When I took this long right here, guys, I was like, okay, where is Bitcoin? I know that this is like a trend line, right? I know this is a trend line, but almost every single one of Bitcoin's pullbacks has been right around 4.44, 4.46, right? 4.8 on this one, 4.8. And I started saying, all right, let me start layering into this position. We're coming in, boom, 4.5. Very similar to this move right here. All right, same thing here. Simple. That's all I did, guys, is I just pretty much said, you know what? The typical drawdowns on these pullbacks have been anywhere between, all right, have been anywhere between 4.5 to 4.8. So I'm dealing with the 0.3 of margin for my break of structure. I ended up taking that trade. Boom, $16,000 off of the bounce. Yes, I could have made a little bit more, but let me ask you all, off of this initial bounce, brother, would you want to round trip $16,000 fucking dollars? I don't think so. I didn't either, so I didn't. Now we're off to the next trade, right? We're off to the next trade. We got the initial bounce. Boom, came on up, locked it in. We're off to the next trade, right? We are off to the next trade. Stop overthinking this. Simple trading is the best trading. Simple TP, simple stop losses, break a structure. Simple, simple, simple. Lock it in. Guys, I don't know, and again, I keep saying this. There's so many, I don't know. It's really on my heart, man, because I'm breaking this down. I do this for a living, and I'm like, okay, the art of trading, guys, is not just TA. Any monkey can just draw a couple of lines and hit the buy and sell button. But maintaining mentally what we're doing, what I'm teaching you, you're scalping within the structures, you're maintaining your discipline, you're getting educated on how to do it, where to do it, why you're doing it, break a structure, you know exactly what you're doing it. That is day trading. That is trading at the highest level. You guys want to actually make money that you're working your asses for, you're working your jobs, you're making all this happen, you're putting it on the crypto exchange, you're putting it at risk. You guys better have a fucking plan on what you're doing. You better have a plan, and I would keep it simple. Don't overthink this. I would keep it very, very simple, okay? And so again, when we did these trades, got the initial pop, boom, we're all done. Let's go right into our 20-minute. Well, we're currently on the 20 minutes. So I also took the long from right here. Just a minute ago, I posted that trade. It was over $2,000 as well. When we come down to, and you guys are going to learn this, and it's part of the education as well. When we come down violently and we do not end up taking out the previous bounce, right? This liquidity here and sweeping them, and we ended up putting in a higher low, you take that trade every single time. Every single time. We come all the way down. We come up, you don't end up taking out that previous, you take that trade every single time, all right? You come on up, you come on down, you don't take it down, you take that trade every single time. Simple, simple, simple trading. Very, very simple. Look at this. We got this trade. I closed it right here. Yes, we could have made more. Are you going to bitch about $2,000? I sure don't. I can't wait to get the next one. Brother, I can't wait to get the next one. Do you see what I'm saying, guys? Simple trading is the best trading. We are literally using support and resistances. Now, on top of this 20-minute strategy and this 20-minute structure, what do we call it, guys? This right here is Granddaddy Biddy, right? This is Biddy right here. And I'm inside of a short real quick, guys. Hold on. We're gonna clap this out real quick. Hold on real quick. Let me focus because I'm ripping it out. I was gonna just do a trade. I said I was gonna be done trading real quick. Let's see if this thing dumps and gets to my entry real quick. Give me a second while we're doing this. Everybody just don't be getting your panties in a ruffle. You know what I'm saying? Hold on real quick. Hold on. We're up another 2 grand, another 2,600 bucks. We'll set the TP here at 63,800. Let's just do another 63,800. We'll make another 7 grand for the day. Brother, you know what I'm saying? Let's just get it going here. Let's see if we can actually get it. Let's see, we're breaking down real quick. Are we gonna come down just a little bit down into here and then rip back up? Maybe. Now, we do gotta get back to the actual strategy here because again, this right here is, this is Bitty Boy, all right? This is Bitty, and we call it the Diddy Bitty Tango. Outside of our structures, right? Outside of our structures, which is our ranges, right? Our triangles, our ranges, our trend lines. We have USDT dominance. This is Diddy Girl. If you guys don't know what we call, I call it the Diddy Bitty Tango. You go over here to you go over to your trading view, you click on it, you put in USDT.D. All right? And this right here is for Tether dominance. The largest trading pair in the world against Bitcoin is Tether, right? All of your perpetual futures are inside of Tether. They are perfectly inversely paired between my support, my resistances, my ranges, all of my confluence. I get to use one of my best indicators is USDT dominance. This is how I'm taking all of these scalps. Again, look at this. We go back over here to it. We go to the 20. Whenever USDT dominance came right on in, look at this. We barely swept the low. Bitcoin put in a higher low. And again, this is Diddy. Here, let's go back over here and let's clean this all up real quick so that way you guys can see. And this is why I did end up taking that, the long here for Bitcoin for that other 20-some hundred bucks or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it was. And so look, both are on the 20 minutes. USDT dominance came down to support, right? Came down to support. And look at what ended up happening. This is the short right in here. This was the short. Now, the reason why I actually took the long on Bitcoin was because of this. Here we go. This is one of my favorite patterns right here. This is it. And I tell this to everybody in the Coliseum. When USDT dominance comes up for that double toucher, that double tapper right there, a lower high, and then we break down, and Bitcoin comes down, and it ends up putting in a higher low, what did I explain to you guys? You take this trade every single time. Look at this. Diddy came up, boom. Moment it broke down, Bitcoin put in that higher low. Ripperoni and cheese, baby. Ripperoni and cheese. Simple, simple, simple trading. We go to a 20-minute. We understand that we're going to scalp. Within that 20-minute, we have our structure. We have USDT.D, Diddy Girl. We have BTC, USDT.P for perpetuals. We line them up. They're perfectly inversely correlated. And the reason why I call it the Diddy Bitty Tango is because, again, guys, it's a dance. It's a dance. Think about it. Think about it. When Diddy Girl moves forward, Bitty Boy moves back. How do we know that? Because, again, when we look at this, we could say that when Diddy Girl moved back, Bitty Boy went forward. When Diddy Girl went, when Diddy Girl went back, Bitty Boy went. So you guys understand what I'm saying? It's real simple. It's real simple, son. Simple trading is the best trading. Do you see what I'm saying? Simple trading. If Diddy Girl pulls back, Bitty Boy goes up. If Diddy Girl goes up, Bitty Boy pulls back. Very, 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 very simple. Me personally, man, I only use 10x leverage. I don't like using any more than 10x leverage. 10x leverage is really my deal. 10x leverage is what I use, man. 10x leverage. I like using 10. 10x leverage, all right? Nothing more than that. I know how to control it. I know what I'm willing to lose. Yeah, the whole 9 yards. So I don't do that. But again, simple trading, guys. Simple trading is the best trading. Between our support, our resistances, we go into the Diddy Bitty Tango, looking at USDT dominance versus Bitcoin. Very, very, very simple trading. Very simple trading, okay? And so almost all of these trades throughout today even, okay? All of these trades throughout today, just me scalping, have been inside of this range right in here. Look, it's real simple. USDT dominance is coming into this support. And look, I'm going to end up closing this trade real quick, man. I'm going to end up closing this out for the day. I don't want to overtrade either. And I was trying to catch this little short real quick. We got plenty of cushion here. Got plenty of cushion here. We're down about 1%. Let's see what's going to happen here. Let's see what's going to happen here if we're going to close this out. Give me just a second. I got to focus real quick, guys. See if old Asia here is going to end up ripping the market tonight. You know what I mean? Taking out those highs again. Let's see. I got to focus, and then we're going to keep it running. And we're going to keep it right at an hour tonight. That way everybody can rewatch the because this is just packed with alpha, guys. Simple trading. Again, support, resistance, volume, fib levels. Real simple trading, guys. And then using USDT dominance against Bitcoin because they're inversely correlated. Perfectly inversely correlated, okay? So let me focus real quick here. We're down about 1.5%. I think I'm ready to cut bait on this bad boy. Your generation grew up dancing in nightclubs and EDM. Laurent Fontaine. Marty! What's going on, Marty? Good to see you, man. I caught that U.S. market open long. I told everybody, Adam, remember in the Coliseum, dude, I said, I'm going long, dude. Actually, I said that trade last night when we took that dip. I said, guys, I'm taking a stab at it. I sat in that trade, man, and then this morning, freaking ripperoni and queso, popped pretty hard. It sure did. People round trip because they're not confident in finding the next entry. Yeah, they're holding on to something that doesn't exist, man. Or two, they're not sticking through the swing trade plan. You got to stick with the swing trade plan. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to swing that thing, you better be willing to participate. You know, I'll sit in trades for 2-3 days. My longest trades were about a month and a half. Some of the old cranksters remember that. I longed Ethereum November 4th of 24, right before the election, man. And I held that trade all the way up to $4,000, man. 40 G's turned into like a little over 100. Low leverage, just sitting in that thing for over a month and a half. Come on, Biddy. What are we gonna do here, man? We'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep an eye on it. Here we go. USDT dominance getting that bounce again. So here we go. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Let's see if this thing's gonna keep ripping or if it's gonna come down again for another higher low and just keep going sideways. Let's see. Let's see what's gonna happen here. But again, when we go to that 20-minute and we start looking at simple strategies, simple structures, simple TA, support and resistance, guys, this is the strategy that I use every single day to scalp. This is exactly how I'm doing it. All the P&Ls that you guys see, all the wins, losses, this is exactly how I'm doing it absolutely every single day. And if you guys don't mind, man, ever since I left, the views have really dropped, man. We were rocking in a few hundred a stream, 200-300 in a stream, man, as a whole. If you guys could please come on over to YouTube, start liking it again, man. We'll get the algo running hot again, man, because I'm going to be streaming every day. I'll be live all tomorrow morning inside of the Coliseum, which is the Telegram group. And then I'll also be doing another Scalp N CHill tomorrow night. So here's the thing, Crypto Hiker. Here's one thing that I tell everybody. All right, this is one thing that I tell everybody. Look at your 20-minute up to 1 hour. The structure's the same, dude. A 1 hour structure is the same as the 20. Like, let me just show you what I mean. All you're doing is shortening the candles, right? All you're doing is shortening the candles. If I go to if I was to blow this up here, right? Let's hit reset. Look at this. I could zoom out and technically I have a whole day's worth of, let this load up. I could technically zoom out and see a whole day's worth of price action. I can go, I'm on a 20, but I can zoom out and go all the way over here. Look, I have a whole day's worth of price action. I can go to a 1 hour. I could zoom out and now I actually have days worth of price action. It does not matter, dude. The 20-minute time frame, there's what we're looking at. There's our structures. You go to a 1 hour, look, it's the exact same thing. It's the same structure. It's the same pattern. So don't get caught up on that either. Do you see what I'm saying? But we typically scalp on the 20-minute. We find those structures. And the reason being is because you find a 20-minute structure, right? You find a 20-minute structure. And then as you go into the support and resistances, right? So let's just put it this way. We're on a 20-minute structure, but we initiate trades on the 5-minute because we're coming in close. Listen, Cotton, we're coming in. I don't know, Cotton. Sure is getting close to support, whether you wanted to draw it here, like this, or like this, right? Multiple touches like this. As we go into the 5-minute, oh, we're on the 1-minute. We're here. We're here. It's time to trade, right? Do you see what I'm saying? And so don't get caught up. Don't get caught up that way. It's when I look at a 15-minute chart, dude, and people are like, "Oh, well, I deal with a 2-hour." Okay, cool. Here, let me show you when I'm on a 20-minute. Let me show you my 2-hour. I'll zoom out. Oh, look, here, cool. There's my 2-hour. It's right back in here, huh? Here's my 20-minute. Oh shit, 2 hours is actually right here. Oh wow, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff, if you ask me. If I just, oh shit, you must have been trading this scalping on the 2-hour because. Technically, from this time frame right here back to here, oh fuck, there's actually a whole day back there. Oh shit, you guys must have. You're dealing with the 2-hour. Oh, hold on. We're on the 20, so 2 hour. Oh shit, you mean back here? Oh, I see what you guys see. You're on the 2-hour. Oh, wow. You know, wow, unbelievable. Fuck, a whole day from this to here that's a whole day behind us. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't do that, man. You're just shortening out the candles. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just shortening out the candles, brother. So don't overthink it. You know what I mean? Yep. Danny Montana. Exactly. That's why 15 minutes. Smash the like, Sal. Thanks, Goat, for reposting. I truly appreciate it, man. Yeah, guys, so again, I really just wanted to go over simple trading is the best trading. All of the scalps that I've been taking, man, almost all of those scalps that I've been taking is exactly how I'm doing it right now. Real simple. We go to the 20-minute. We can clearly see we have supports. We got resistances right up in here. You go over to Bitcoin. Again, supports and resistances right here. Exact same things. Don't overthink this. All right? Don't overthink it, guys. Yeah, look at Bitcoin still ripping, man. Bitcoin is still ripping. Bitcoin's still going for it. Looks like Asia's going to end up, what's probably going to end up happening here is Asia's going to probably end up, when you go out to like a 4-hour, man, they're ripping this thing. Technically, on a 4-hour or the daily, the target should be all the way up here, man. Again, higher lows. Lower highs, or higher lows, higher low, higher highs. Technically, the target should be way over here. You know what I mean? Should be. Oops. Yeah, it should be. 68K. I know Enrique was talking about 68K, dude. I would have made 100 G's. Couple 100 G's, dude, holding that long from that bottom because I was in from way down here, dude. I was in from way down here. Now, I do want to see something because it's been a little while. Let's pull up some market cipher here, and I can tell you guys on the daily's looking wild. I mean, bullish. If everybody was looking for a non-scalper point of view, swing trading point of view, all right, look at this. This move down here was hella strong, right? Look at how deep this momentum wave is, hella strong. We then go over to this move down here where we just barely kind of climb back down and kind of did like this double bottom type action here. Look at how weak the move down was. And that's because obviously we didn't capitulate down. We kind of just grinded down, right? Look at this. Bullish divergence like a motherfucker. Look at this. Here. All right. Go over to, let's go here. And you guys can just clearly see clear as day. Massive daily bullish divergence. We came down here, boom, this move was very weak. Now, here's the thing too. As we've been creeping up, right? As we've just been kind of sideways trading and just creeping up, right? Why is this not working? All right. Anyways, it's just not working. So hold on. As we've just been creeping up, look here. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Money flow has been absolutely increasing. VWAPs have been very, very, very weak to the downside, strong to the upside, right? Money flow's coming in. Guys, I'm here to tell you, momentum's been increasing. I'm here to tell you, if this thing starts ripping out like this, man, oh my gosh, brother, you are going to come up towards probably 80, 90 G's, dude. This thing's going to squeeze its ass off. And look, the last time that this happened, all right, the last time that this happened, here, let's just clean this up real quick, right? We got our bullish divergence here. The last time that this happened was right here. Boom. You had a very strong move down, right down to 60 G's. Slow grind it up. The last move down back into this point of control here at 65 and 67K. Momentum was very, very, very weak to the downside. Money flow started crossing over. And what ended up happening? 65. We ripped. We fucking ripped, man, all the way up. We ripped all the way up towards towards $84,000. It was a 24% move. So again, it's very similar. We could see Bitcoin bullish divergence here. We're slowly grinding up. If we do, I'm telling you, the target right now, initial target, is going to end up being right at $70,000 to $73,000. But if we do end up seeing a 24% move, from this center, right? Not from the bottoms, not from here, from like right here, where we started money flow crossing over. That would be very similar to like right here, right where we're at technically. A 24% move is coming right on in. I'm telling you, 74, 75K, not 80s. I'm high. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 76K, so 76, 77K. And obviously it's going to depend on where you want to pull these fib levels. Do you see what I'm saying? If you want to go from here to here, I pull my fibs, man, all over the damn place. And that reminds me, because we haven't gone into the fibs, and then we'll cut the stream. All right, we'll cut the stream. Well, I was going to keep it right at an hour. But again, the target would be $73,000 to $74,000 between a 618. And if you guys would like to know my fib levels on how I set it up, I cleaned it up. I don't have all these extra levels on here. I don't give a fuck for them. I go for the big things, right? We go for the big scalps. We go for simple trading, big scalps. We keep it simple on the fibs. I keep it between my 786, my 0.65, my 0.618, my 0.5, and the 382. So if you guys want, I'll leave this here for about 15 seconds, 10, 15 seconds. There's my fib levels on how I work it. All right, there's my fibbies. Pulling out those fibbies. And normally, guys, I do like executional trading. It's just that I've been scalping throughout the day since I've been back. I'm trying not to overtrade. I do not trade for entertainment. I trade for a living, understanding that, if I'm just going to come in and do some educational stuff, if there's a trade setup available during the live stream, I absolutely will take it. But yeah, executional trading for sure. So again, there's the fib levels, guys. The target would be technically for the next couple months. If we did something like this, man, and we went into the next 19 days as we crossed over, this would be going into this month. And if we just said something like 19 days, that'll put us into the, August 19th. August 19th or something like that. A few weeks into August of just parabola, man. Just like, I say parabola, but that ain't parabola. I'm just talking about juicing this bad boy. If the daily on Market Cypher is to play out. Very similar here, very similar here. We could see this thing absolutely go for, absolutely rip. I'll be live in the mornings, probably about 8:30, 8:30 inside of the Telegram, inside of the Coliseum. All right, inside of the Telegram, guys. This is when I'll be live. So fib levels, very simple. This is on a daily. Now let's clean all of this up because one of the big trades that I ended up taking, another $12,000 trade. Let's go to the 20-minute. And when I took this short, actually, let's go out to a 2-hour here. And what I did from these double bottoms right in here, right, to this top, I ended up pulling this fib. Where was it? Hold on, to get to this. Oh, this right here. There it was, right there. This double bottom. This is what I mean by when I say simple trading. We have clear double bottom structures right here, right? Here. And then we also have it here. When we came down to these, right, on these double bottoms, you can long it and say, hey, this is like a double bottom. It's getting a nice little bounce. Boom. You got this. I missed this move here, right? I missed this move. But as we were climbing up, and again, this is why I say simple trading is the best trading. We came up, boom, climbed all the way down. As we started our ascent back up and we ripped, look at how simple this is, guys. Smack this trade. Absolutely blitz this trade right here. Because again, all you do is you pull the fib from the high to the low now. We're no longer pulling fibs from lows to highs to get a bounce. We're trying to find out where it's going to get a rejection. So you flip the fib from highs to lows. You don't go from lows to highs. When you go from lows to highs, you're trying to find the bounce. When you go from highs to lows, you're trying to find the rejection. So when I took this trade here, it was clear as day, just clear as day to be able to say, you know what, hey, this thing came up, came down, double bottom, made its ascent back up. We come right in here to the 0.618, 0.65. We take the short. That's all she wrote. Very, 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 very simple. Simple trading. So real quick, Goat, how is that a double bottom? Let me show you. We got a bottom here and a bottom here. Boom. Boom. Again, dude, let me explain something because there's a lot of traders out there, man. There's a lot of things. My trend lines are not perfect. I want multiple touches. A lot of the times within my trend lines, I'll exclude Pico tops, Pico rips down for liquidity grabs. I will exclude those. My trend lines are different, dude. When I look at double bottoms and I say, okay, as this thing's coming down, it's probably going to end up getting a bounce here. When I look at, same thing like this. Same thing like this. Weird trading. Understanding that every single one of these moves are just 4.6 to 4.8% down, right? 4.6 to 4.6 to 4.8. When we did the same thing here, I said, you know what? Confluence, 4.5. Need to take the trade. Break of this structure down below here. Stop loss would have been here. Double bottoms all day long. Is it not? When you look at it here, was it not a double bottom, double touch? Boom, boom, ripped on out. When I pulled a fib, and some people will say, hey, man, I don't know why you pulled a fib here. Well, I pulled a fib here because I'm only trading this area. I'm not trading this area. I'm trading this. So I pull fibs in this area locally. Does that say? Again, Goat, it's a double bottom, dude. Everybody can trade a little different, dude. I will take these trades every single time. Same thing right here. Double bottoms. Does that not look like a triple bottom right there? Boom, boom, boom. Why did it stop here out of nowhere? I'm just telling you, dude, I take these trades like this all day long. I take the fibs, smacked $16,000 on that scalp right there all day long. Had a hunch that this was just going to be a 4.5 to 4.8% pullback. Well, had a hunch. what do you know? It does not need to perfect. You could pull fibs from fucking anywhere, dude. I do them locally. Like, to give you a great example, dude, because I made hundreds of thousands of dollars in this area. Let me show you something on how this works. Let's go back over here to 84 to 90 grand, or right here. I'm sorry. Here we go. Yeah, 84 to 90 grand. This area right here. Look at this. Look at this. When we took this trade right here, all I did was take the volume area from this bottom, right? All I did was take the volume area from this bottom. When this thing came up and made the pullback, there's two ways for me is the way I trade. I say, you know what? It is a resistance support flip, right? We can see here that this was resistance, 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 broke out, support, flip. And outside of that, right, I was able to say that if I just pulled the fib from this low to this high, not only do I have this the resistance support flip, but it's also a local golden pocket from just this volume here to here. So when I back test this and I say, okay, here it is, boom, 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 finally break out, come down. It is a golden pocket with a resistance support flip. Boom. That's all she wrote. Massive trade. $100,000 trade, dude. All documented, all live streamed, my bro. All right. Brother, I only do fibs out of town. Brother, it's good to see you. We got the boys in the house. It's good to see you. We got all the Wolf Crew. Hey, shout out to Cade. Shout out to what he's building, man. Shout out to the Wolf Crew. Shout out to Landy. Shout out to Bits of Wealth. If you guys aren't following these guys, I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing, because these guys are straight alpha. You know, nobody's giving you anything that they wouldn't be doing or putting their money where their mouth is. And so I appreciate these guys. And you know what? It's excellent to know, too, guys, that if you're going to be listening to anybody, obviously none of this is financial advice, but if you're going to be listening to anybody, make sure you understand how they're doing it, where they're doing it, back test what you're hearing, what you're seeing. Absolutely follow through with that. You owe it to yourself if you're going to put your money at risk, right? And so again, when I'm looking at these fib levels, dude, same thing here. Look at this. When we went all the way up from here to here, same thing. Boom. Also taking this trade right here, from this move all the way up, locally just pulled it right into here. You take that trade. I take these trades every single time. All right, here's the other one. You ready for this? Here's the other one. And this one was crazy, to be honest with you. This one was crazy. When we dropped down into here, I then pulled the fib from this low to the high. All right, we came down. I had the confluence as well. And again, guys, this is just simple trading, right? Simple trading, right? Let's redo all of this again. Simple trading. When I pulled the fib from this low to this high, as we were waterfalling down right in here, right? I ended up saying, okay, here's a massive fib level. We're going to get the bounce here, right? But it was also because this was between this time to here was a month away. Remember, we knew that when we initially took this trade over here, this was our support and resistance that we were trading for the scalps from here to here. Huge supports, huge rejections, right? We got the breakout. There was a fib level here from here to here. Resistance support flip. When we came back down to this, I said, oh man, we're probably going to get a bounce here because of the big support here from 30 days ago. But on top of that, we go from the lows to the highs, and it happens to fall directly in as we were coming in to a golden pocket. Extra confluence. So again, guys, simple trading is the best trading. I'm not using special indicators. You know, I'm making my 1, 2, 3%, 1, 2, 3%. I'm trading with a couple hundred G's, man, and I just want to make my 1, 2, 3%. Break a structure, I lose 1, 2, 3%. But when you play within the structures, because that's our strategy, right? Our strategy, we have our structures. I can show you guys massive amounts of win rates, because again, I'm just taking those trades until it eventually breaks. Very simple. And so again, you guys can see it from here. We could see it all in here. We absolutely pulverize this as well, from here to here. We annihilated all of this all the way up. Everyone was laughing at me. I think Trader Steve was laughing at me because all the way up, I just kept saying, guys, this is very simple trading as well. Look, breakout, support, breakout, support, breakout, support. I took every single one of these trades, every single one of them. I took it here, I took it here, I took it here, I took it here, and then I also took it here, got smoked there, because eventually, instead of that buy the pullback scenario, it eventually breaks, right? It's an environment change, all right? And then it changes. All right, guys, we're going to keep it right at an hour because, again, it is packed with alpha. Simple trading is the best trading. If you get outside of any of these ideas or you start getting into these spaces or these streams, oh, I'm locked. Laurent Fontaine. I'm locked in, dude. We're going to be here. I plan on making a lot of money that next 18 months going into these accumulation phases. All right? Going into these accumulation phases. You remember that, Adam, dude? I just said, dude, buy the pullback. The environment is on our side. Momentum's on our side. Dude, volume's on our side. Everything's on our side. And then eventually you're going to get smoked when it breaks. But you know what, guys? Simple trading. You have a 1 hour long video, very short, very sweet, walking you through absolutely how I trade. Scalping is our strategy. Structure is our ranges, right? Structure is our ranges. Education, how we're finding our structures, the tools that we're using, understanding what support, what resistance, using our fib levels, understanding volume. All right? And then last but not least, execution. You execute. You know what? There are a lot of traders out there, guys, that are great analysts, great TA, but cannot actually know what day trading is. Putting your money on the line. I already said it. Putting your money on the line and maintaining your discipline, maintaining the strategy, maintaining the education, executing based off of that. You ain't fucking getting into the game over here, guys. And I'm like, oh my God, it's fucking pumping. I should have had I'm just going to drag my stop loss. Oh shit, it broke out. I'm fucked. I knew better. Crank told me I shouldn't be doing these things. Oh, brother. Don't do it. Don't be one of those traders, guys. Maintain, this is real day trading. Getting into the markets with your capital, sticking to the strategy, sticking to the structures, maintaining that discipline, and executing to where it becomes effortless. As a new beginning trader, right now, you guys are working on all 3, 4 of these things. Eventually, you will not work on it anymore because it becomes effortless. You know, when Steph Curry, dude, shoots 5,000, 10,000 fucking threes, he's no longer training anymore. It's effortless. It's effortless. You get into your 20-minute, you find the structure. You find your support and resistance. You start executing. It starts becoming effortless. With that being said, Cranksters, get into the Coliseum. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Who are we? Pranksters! Where are we? The Coliseum! The Coliseum! What do we do? Execute! Are you not entertained?